All right, guys, we're back for the 1 ohm test. The Taramps MD1200.1 1 ohm version. I really hate the way this has turned out with this amp. I'm having the same trouble at 1 ohm as I did at 2 ohms. It goes into protect real quick, and before it gets to its rated power, it's an issue with these Brazilian full bridges. They act funny on the dynos. I think that's why you don't see more amp dynos on these kind of amps, is because they just don't do right on the dynos, and people don't want to fool with them. But I wanted to show you, it is what it is. And but I will be doing this test at 1 kilohertz because I have noticed it lets me roll up a little bit more at 1K than it does at 40 hertz. The 2 ohm test and the 4 ohm test were both at 40 hertz. This is going to be 1 kilohertz. I don't know, a little disappointed. I do like this little amp. I think it's probably pretty stout for its size. I think it's a lot more powerful than what this is going to show. I'll say this, my Sundown Saya 1250 does not do that. But it does act different in another way that Brazilian full bridges often act, and that is that it doesn't count up smoothly. So on that amp, I have to roll it up kind of quick because the numbers, it don't just count up real nice. This amp does count up smoothly, but then it goes into protect. Again, the Saya, I was not having the issue of it going into protect. So I don't know. Let's get this zeroed out. All right, 14.8 volts is what we're giving it. We're going to capture the current draw. Let me put this in max mode. I will say this, I've double checked my resistive loads. I've tried it with the power supply plugged up. I've tried it with the power supply unhooked, because sometimes your power supply can introduce distortion for some amps. It's kind of another weird thing, but it doesn't matter. It does the same exact thing whether I've got the power supply going or not. I'm running this off of a couple of banks of yin longs. I'm giving it all the voltage and current it wants. That's not the issue. But let's just see what she does. I'll show y'all what it's doing. Again, this is rated 1200 watts. You hear the fan ramping up. You'll hear the amp whining a little bit because this is 1 kilohertz. Some amps do that. Yep. 1070, you can kind of hear when it went into protect. See, that clip light's not on. And the amp is, the fan is maxed out. That's what it does. The voltage dropped to 14.4. And the current draw was 97.0 amps. I don't know. I think this amp is probably pretty stout. On subwoofers, it probably will not do this. It would probably give you the full output. I don't think this is a fair representation of what this amp is capable of. I just hate that it's acting this way for me, and I'm not able to do a fair test of what it puts out. But anyhow, I do like the little amp. It's got a lot of cool things about it. Make sure you check out my overview video where I show all the controls. We'll talk about it a little bit more. I may compare it to that Saya. And I'm also going to put this on some speakers and subwoofers, and make sure you check that out as well. But anyhow, it is what it is. Thanks for watching.